everyone, it's me, John. Welcome to another edition of Johnny Vlogs. And first, let me apologize. I know that this is being posted a day late. It might be the first time I've actually missed my usual release schedule in over 2.5 years. So my apologies to you. However, it's for a good reason. I was in Las Vegas having fun. So if you haven't been to Vegas lately, there are a bunch of cool new slot machines. I was playing a Batman slot machine that was themed as the 1960s Batman. Had a bunch of fun mini games in it if you hit certain power-ups while you were playing. I played a Gremlins slot machine, which was really cool because the Gremlins would actually come in from the sides of the screen and like mess with the wheels and did all kinds of extra stuff that helped the game be a bit more enjoyable. And I played a Flintstones slot machine, which it's just been so long since I've just watched an episode of the Flintstones that it kind of felt cool, you know, to relive that part of my youth. I used to watch the Flintstones all the time as a kid. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the ups and downs of YouTubing. And let's start with, well, here's one of the ups. About a month ago, I was contacted by what is called YouTube Partner Support. And essentially, they gave me a representative that is a YouTube employee, and he just wanted to help me tune up my channel a bit. So you might have noticed that I added a channel trailer. I've also changed the banner art on my channel page and reformatted the channel page a bit so you could find the shows a bit easier. That was all thanks to my new YouTube content partner. Outside of that, I've been having an issue, and I haven't really talked to you guys about this. I've been having an issue with brain scratch. I know I told you several months ago that I was going to turn on ad monetization because I wanted to keep making brain scratch for you guys, and that was, you know, part of the plan. If I could make a little money on advertising for it, that would really help keep me going. So I did that, and I noticed that some videos would have the ad monetization removed, and I was not being notified of why. There's no system where you can go and check comments or see what has happened to a video like that, which is really strange because typically Google services are very upfront. If you know anything about the strikes that can happen against YouTube videos, like a content strike, or if you use third-party music or something like that, the system lets you know immediately what's happening. If you have a content strike where someone disputes and says, you know, they have my material in their video, it actually starts a chain of dialogue that is documented on the website where you can reply to it and say, well, they gave me permission, here's the email, whatever, and try to resolve that dispute. However, when it comes to what's happening with this advertising system, it is a complete black box. I also opened a trouble ticket about it almost 2 months ago. Never heard back on the trouble ticket at all. So I asked my YouTube content support partner if he could look into this and try to help me get a better understanding of it. What it seemed like initially was it had to do with Elisa Lam videos. Anything that mentioned Elisa Lam, it was like the monetization was removed. Even videos that didn't talk about her case, but I had a quick vlog where I was talking about radio interviews that I was doing based on the Elisa Lam case, and monetization was removed from that also. So since then, since I've started asking for help basically, my channel seems like it's been under attack by this ad policies team. Over half of the episodes of Brain Scratch are now not monetized. Personal vlogs about things completely unrelated to anything that could even be seen as damaging to an advertiser or you know, poor in taste or something. Videos where I'm talking about rebooting the Matrix series. Videos where I'm talking about is the Terminator franchise dead are also now having their monetization removed. And what's really getting me is videos where, quite honestly, I've done the most work and I've had people reach out to me with information, like the Alyssa Turney case of videos, which is essentially a missing persons investigation at this point. YouTube is also removing the monetization from that, as well as the recent Lars Matunk video that I did, which is now telling me that YouTube doesn't even want to support information that could aid in missing persons investigations. So I have another meeting with my content partner manager tomorrow. I'm still asking him for some clarification on this. He did have a brief meeting with the ad policy team, and apparently they did communicate that, you know, some of the Elisa Lam stuff might be a bit too racy for them to run ads on. I don't know. Apparently shows like Unsolved Mysteries and an entire cable channel like Investigative Discovery can sell millions and millions of dollars in advertising, but that type of content is too scary for YouTube. Yeah, I have trouble buying it. The other thing is bigger YouTubers that cover the same type of material seem to run ads just fine. As a matter of fact, when I first started getting into the Elisa Lam thing, I watched a ton of Elisa Lam videos. Ads were running all over the place on those. As a matter of fact, I even saw a series of Elisa Lam videos that I found truly disgusting, where someone was trying to say they had solved the crime and they were showing pictures of her being raped in her room, and that was also running ads. So very tough for me to understand what their ad policy is there. I have had some subscribers suggest to me, hey John, why don't you kick on a Patreon link for us? And I might do something like that in the future. I'm kind of thinking about how to address that right now. There's definite benefits to being on YouTube, the biggest of which is accessibility. I mean, YouTube is the place where people go to find videos, so I know that my shows have to be there in some form. Now, will I follow a model kind of like television does, where I just use leader segments on the YouTube website to pull you to a different website to get to the main content? Possibly. I'm still kind of considering all that, but even if the ad monetization was fully working, I'm pretty sure that if I just had some little tip jar type device somewhere, I'm pretty sure that the Brain Scratch community would be giving me just as much as I was making on the YouTube ads. It's really not a substantial amount of money at all. However, it does just feel like this kind of like someone's flicking at you with judgment when, you know, you're doing all this hard work, putting out information in a way that people in general, my audience, seems to really appreciate, and they think I've got great tact with going into these types of stories and not sensationalizing grotesque aspects of them. But for some reason, someone on the ad policy team sure doesn't like my videos. So I'll probably do an update next week or the week after, let you know how this follow-up meeting with my content partner goes and see if there's some kind of solution or what the change is going to be, or if I need your guys' help in some way in terms of watching the ads. You know, usually the Brain Scratch episodes seem to have their ad monetization for a couple of days after I release them. So maybe I just have to ask you guys to please check them out as soon as they're released, and that would really help me. Most of my review videos, some of them have had monetization removed, but most of them don't. So in that case, maybe I will ask more brain scratchers, please check out my other videos. It'll really help support the channel. As a matter of fact, I think I did just ask that. So thank you guys so much. Now to the ups of YouTube. The two main metrics that I have been most curious in, or I guess most proud of in this whole YouTube venture that I've been on over the past few years, has been views and subscriber count. And for views, of course, the Elisa Lam case gave me my biggest viewed video. I think that's coming up on it's already over 170,000 views now, which is amazing. I've got several videos that are over 25,000 views, and I feel great about all those. And pretty much any episode of Brain Scratch that I release seems to get about 1,000 views in the first day right off the bat, which is really cool. And then they kind of grow differently from there depending on the subject. So in terms of that, I love it. JohnnyVlogs, some episodes do really well and pull in a few hundred views. The Geek and Dorks Reviews show is the one that's probably the weakest. It really seems like some content is much more popular than others. Movie reviews kind of do better than video game reviews. But still, all those views are going up, which is the trend that I like to see. The biggest number that I have been eyeing, particularly lately, has been the subscriber count. And I just wanted to announce, finally, for the positive side of being on YouTube, that my channel is now over 5,000 subscribers. So I just wanted to take a moment and thank each and every one of you that's a subscriber to my channel. I want to really thank the people that have told other people about it. I know I see it in the comments. You usually will tell me, hey, I've been telling my friends about you, or I watch Brain Scratch with my husband. I really appreciate that stuff, and a lot of unique opportunities has spun out of that community growing, and I know I'm going to do whatever work I need to do to keep growing that community. That means more brain scratches, if YouTube likes them or not. I'm pretty sure in terms of the content not being flagged for, third-party material and stuff like that, it's pretty safe because I have no strikes. My channel is very clean when it comes to that now. So thank you all, each and every one of the 5,000 of you subscribers out there. And if you're not subscribed yet, you can do that really easy and jump into this mix and find out where this story goes next. I've really been enjoying finding myself on YouTube, trying out all kinds of different content, seeing what content has worked and what hasn't, and it's really helped me grow as an artist. I do think that there is a line that is being muddied up between the money and the art, and honestly, Google has kind of a weird position in that for a company that usually enables outside partners to be successful, in that particular case, they're doing a pretty bad job, and they're not even being transparent with their processes, which I think is the worst case of all. And it's anti-old Google. It's this new form of Google that isn't quite as friendly. I think they even said recently that old moniker they had about do no evil, that they can't really follow up on that right now. And it certainly feels like that when your videos are having their ads removed and no one's telling you why or when. But on the flip side of that, it's strange because you've got this content partnership thing where they're reaching out and they're trying to help guys like me grow and develop. But if those content partners are not enabled with the tools and information to help us solve problems like this, man, they've got a tough job. My heart really goes out to my YouTube content partner, and I just want to thank him for all the help that he's given me so far. I don't want to say his name because I don't know, it's hard when you get around a black box process like this. You might get someone in trouble if you say who they are, and for some reason that organization is in a higher position in the company, or they can affect some kind of headache for this guy. So I'm going to keep his name out of it, but he knows who he is, and I really appreciate all his help. But mostly, I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much for hanging out with me on this edition of Johnny Vlogs and hanging out with the bloody eye. We will see you later on the channel. I will have a Geek and Dorks review for you released tomorrow, and Brain Scratch at the end of the week as usual. See you then.